Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 54 of the Great Pendragon campaign. I'm your illustrious host, I'm Eric. Super happy to be here. Thanks for joining me. And we got our two brave companions, Colin and Jim. How are you two doing today? That's right.
I am hopped up on Red Bull and full of burger.
It's a
Yeah.
good combination.
It's like the
Yeah.
wanting to go to sleep of eating a big burger with the Red Bull butting heads.
Yeah.
Right now. Ooh.
There is,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Never know which way it's gonna go.
Yep.
We'll see.
There is
Just
a
pass out on screen. I don't know.
there's a Wagnerian conflict happening of great existential stakes inside of you. You fed both the wolves.
Yeah.
Bingo
Oh,
cards
yeah.
already started, guys.
Get those cards.
Get those cards going. Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
So we have a lot to cover today. We are still in the year 510. We're dealing with the politics, capital P. So I brought us out to the Britain full map to give you all kind of a look-see. The light teal is effectively Arthur's control as of now of 510. We're going to be zooming a little bit towards Carline right now, and I wanted to point that out. So you're probably watching this being like, well, I don't know what I'm looking at, or I can barely see this resolution because I chose a light teal on top of a light green on top. So because I don't know what's wrong with me. Apologies. So I'm just gonna do. Why am I using red? My poor blind folks. I'm like the worst. What is wrong with me? Come on, Eric, put this together. I'm gonna use like bright ultraviolet so you all can see this. Almost forgot one. Forgot my own damn color schemes. But so
Nice.
here's the deal. This rough outline here is sort of the folks that are pledging right now
Mhm.
of the Collegium Supreme, because this is the all right. It's kind of okay. A little bit aside right now. It's kind of close to home. The way Arthurian legend plans out to 2020. In January, but basically this is the Electoral College, okay, and that's what Arthur's going to. We're going to Carline, which is over here. All right, this is where we're going, okay, because this is where the Supreme Collegium actually meets to ratify and create and make Arthur become not just a proper king and be knighted as king, but now he becomes Imperator. What's the term for the Vivalda something?
Not Brett Walda.
Not Brett.
That's
No,
the second.
yeah,
Saxon
that's
thing.
the Saxon one. But it's the one for the tribes.
Oh yeah.
Varig, something like that. Varig.
Yeah, I know vaguely which one you're talking.
Vladig is the one I was looking for. Right. So like this is the part where he gets all the proper titles from the Supreme Collegium, rather than just like your political friends and fealties from the knights. But this is the House of Lords, I guess. I don't know. Like this is like all the priests and the other people who will have to have a final say. So this is why this is such a big deal. So we've had a sort of a march from London across Logres to Carline. And I just want to spend a couple brief moments on this parade, which of course Rufus is all in on because again, sucking up to the king.
This
Right.
fucking guy.
So you all are probably like, dude, I've been here since April. Like, come on, man. I have to go home. Like, I have to make sure things are okay, right?
Yeah.
And instead, you're on parade. Like, you have to go out with them. And he's like, nope, we're staying out longer. You're right. Like, maybe you've ever been to a party and your friend is being like who's also kind of like your way home. It's like, nope, we're staying later, and you're like, oh god. We're doing we're doing a 3:30 or instead of that 1 o'clock that you promised. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure
Walk
that
home in the
hits
middle of
some
the night.
people.
There's
Yep.
Glad
sketchy
you-
neighborhoods.
Glad you made this decision after the red line shut down. Can't
Yep.
take it back on myself. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I've been there.
isn't feudalism great? Yeah,
When
so you all,
feudalism resembles college kids in Boston, you know it's got to be good. It's the habits of alcoholic Bostonians is a great standard for government.
shining beacon, etc., etc. Yeah, so we're doing this. So you all have been on parade, and what's been cool enough about it is that Arthur has been popularized around as he goes. He has people ahead of him, sort of like doing the groundwork of getting the people to like, hey, show up, Arthur's coming, like the heralds. Just folks volunteering to outride in front, and so he's being adorned by the crowds of people, whether they're forced to or not. But I think maybe at first some of you might have been a little cynical, but it's actually kind of heartfelt to see. Folk, despite their lives not particularly changing, right? It's not like they're getting a vote. It's not like the Magna Carta is being written anytime soon. They have a king again, a promise of peace.
We're in the wrong positions on camera again, by the way.
Yeah, you are.
Is that a bingo?
That's a bingo. Look at that. That's a bingo. Well,
The bingo.
yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to point out that I'm not sure if you all would be cynical or not, but there's certainly a sense of that's eroded by the time you make it to Carline. There is hype, and it is palpable.
I think Gareth is less interested in. It's not like whether it's sincere or not. It's whether it's justified. If that makes sense.
Sure.
It's, like, are they simping for the right Big Daddy? Or are they just simping for the first one that they found on Chatterbait?
Right. It's definitely the latter right now. Again, the big topic of conversation is not whether or not you're going to throw in with Lots and the opposing folks to Merlin, but it's whether or not this boy can be trusted and is he tested, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's I'm wondering like what the standard is in Gareth's head.
Sure.
Because Uther was good at fighting.
Yes.
Like, to be clear, his problem was never the fighting.
No. Right.
And so it's a kind of
fighting
practical
is easy.
consideration.
Ruling is harder.
It's a practical
what's his
consideration. Can he hold this shit together? And then after that, it's like a moral consideration. Is like, does he deserve Excalibur?
Right.
So that's where Gareth's head is.
The first thing that I think that you've spotted, I mean, you have been a testament to this. It's not like you're talking to him every single day or anything like that. You literally couldn't, even if you wanted to. He's just surrounded by sycophants right now, being like, oh, what's going on? That during this path, he has like cycled through people and like looking for the most sycophantic people and distancing them away from him. Like, and this is the part where I'm getting right before we get into Carline on Ersk, which is the river, which is Rufus, your Earl coming out being like getting, absolutely distraught, like Arthur just broke up with him because he's on the outside and he can't get close anymore because Arthur can see through that bullshit.
Respect.
Yeah. Like this kid.
He's still not tested, but he at least knows not to listen to the first person who he talks to. Right? He's willing to listen. Which is a lot more than you remember Uther. But, different people have different criteria of what they want. The fact that someone pulled a sword from the stone is good for some people.
Uther needed someone to pat him on the head and said he'd done good.
Yeah, Uther was always like, he always had to compare himself to the greatest, Arthur could risk going down that road. But right now, it's so new. It's happening so fast, right? Like, imagine your life changing from literally being someone's squire to being the king of England in a couple months, right? Obviously, like, the big question as well has always been that apparently he's Uther's child, right? Which, if you wanted to, like, we could also play before we get into like the proper, like, coronation parts of, do you use coronation when you're talking about an emperor? Yeah, emperor gets coronated, right? Yeah. So like the second coronation, like of the proper titles here of High King, right? When he not only has the green with the double dragons, but next to that he gets the red banner with the 7 crowns, which is like the High King of England, right? Or Britain. But the question here was again, like, did you want to talk to Merlin at all about it? Because again, like Merlin, if anything, he's been talking about Merlin more, right?
I've actually been thinking about the Merlin question,
right,
and how Gareth's gonna approach that.
Because obviously the people on the outside are writing like Wall Street Journal op-eds about how Merlin's like ruining Arthur, like concept, right?
Yeah,
they're getting canceled basically
has
by
the
Merlin.
Merlin movement co-opted the Arthur movement?
Yeah, right.
One of those fucking
Was there ever
pieces.
an Arthur one, or is it just Merlin? Like, you know, like that's exactly. It's very much like it's very political and very personal. Is really the part I cannot emphasize enough. Just how personally attacked everyone is by whether or not Arthur likes them. Right. The venality of kings and stuff is on high display this whole way through, and Arthur is trying to weather it the best he can. You all are a little bit below that, but you also you're seeing it happen. Like your lord's literally right here, just like fucking upset, being like, "What do I do? Like, come on, my own knight knighted you. What? Come on, dude! Like, you can't do this to me. Like, you know, that kind of thing, right? Like, he's entitled. I'm entitled to your ear, Arthur."
Every time he's like that, Gareth is like, "Well, he was an unknown knight who knighted Arthur. Actually, no real."
You're not helping, you know. He goes off. He's like, "Where's my wine? You're not. God, no one's helping me."
I love it.
Yeah, right. Rufus is very self-centered.
I love it. It's
so desperate. Rufus.
Yeah, poor guy. He's doing his best. Anyways, yeah. So we're in Carline on Usk. Carline is built. It's on Usk. It's literally on a river. It's almost like on an island. Like it's like right by. It's very defensible. And the big part I wanted to describe is that this isn't like a London bridge, but there's this very long wooden bridge that you all are walking on towards, like it goes from the river across towards this place. Obviously, it's on the other side. I think you probably have passed here before, like when you were going over to Escavalon previously, but I'm just pointing this out because it's on the river, right?
I think we only ever did that like once.
Sure. Right. So sorry. I'm gonna move the castle just so you can see it, but like
there it is.
Carline, right? Carline right here. You're crossing over that dotted line from the bridge that goes to Carline is what I'm trying to point out to you all. Yeah, it's just a pretty it's like a giant like pier sized bridge, right? That's all.
Like the one we built at Valheim.
Yeah. Everyone watching knows exactly what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Cool.
All
right. So, are you all ready for some more festivities?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
So you're all in for a treat because
it's feast.
It is another feast.
Hey.
Question for Jim.
Yeah.
After how Gareth wore the outfit last time, has Gorthrin doubled his efforts to get him to dress well or given up on him?
That's a great question.
All right. What's
because like I still have the clothes. It hasn't been a year, so like
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is a threefer, by the way.
Oh. Let's see.
Eels in thick, spicy puree.
Nice. What kind of puree?
They're a specialty out of Ersk, right? They're the Erskine eels.
Eels.
Erskine.
It's been so long since we've had eels.
Yep, the heraldic albumate and meat jelly.
I want to see how.
Oh man!
I feel like rule is the passion that I'm going to roll for Garrett's question.
Okay.
I think he keeps trying. No, you were wearing it wrong the last time.
Oh.
Yeah. You just like carefully move the cape down under the shoulder where it's supposed to be.
Just and like really nitpicky too. No, this is the way Bronwyn says it has to be done. No, wrong. Fold has to fall.
I think Acewin's loving it, like watching this.
Gorthrin, you're being noticed. Like your fashion sense. Your fashion sense is noticed that you are, especially the person you hired. Like you have a finger on the pulse of haute couture. You know, like literally you get it, right?
I think it's pronounced Hadi Kudarati.
Hadi Kudarati, that's right. No, that's the death spell from Harry Potter.
Very good.
Anyways, okay. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Yeah, so we have a feast. Again, this is celebrating Arthur's former coronation. The Supreme Collegium, again from that previous map, it's not a unified front here, but you have more than half. First off, 3 of them are completely right out because of the Saxons. But then everyone else has been thrown in under King Lot and Cornwall being Cornwall. So, but you have enough. You have the 60%. You meet the threshold. So you're here. Obviously, the Collegium folks who would say no are not here. So it's a unanimous decision. As all of the bards and heralds are very, very explicitly calling as unanimous.
Yep.
That Arthur is declared king, supreme, High King of England. So rather than the green and gold from the previous feast, this is all the red and the gold of the crowns for rather than the dragons, it's the crowns of the High King. And obviously the Supreme Collegiums, it's sitting above the salt with them. These are all, again, like the bishops and abbots, like the very like big high power players who don't really actually have a lot of power per se, but like they have the titles.
They got the one thing.
Yeah, they got that one thing, and then they want to lord it over him as much as they can, right? And Arthur is doing okay with it. He knows not to upset them because apparently Merlin has coached him on this. That this is what he's supposed to do, and just say, just let these people have this thing, and he's doing it. He's being Arthur has his sense of self and stuff has not been seen yet, right? He's just doing whatever he's told, but he's being coached very well, right? Is the way I'm trying to point it out.
Yeah.
So there a question of what will he do when Merlin's not around to coach him, right? Is definitely a topic from his most ardent critics. No, that's not true. His most ardent critics are marching to war right now. I would say, but his most ardent fans are wondering about whether or not he'll be tested.
I can dig it.
Okay. Thanks for indulging me. I'm going to just shuffle the feast deck.
I'm not on the feast page.
I didn't pull you over to the feast page.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
I was crowned Supreme Dunce by the Collegium for getting to move you over from the roll 20. Sorry about that. All right, so you have to roll your appearance tests in order to determine where you're seated.
So it was 4 Libra bonus last feast, so it would be 3 this time.
Yeah,
because it goes down.
Again, like this happens within like the same 2 months or whatever of this year, but it's okay. Yeah, invest in textiles.
Okay. So the money we spent is still the money we spent, but we have to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
All right.
That's success. Near the salt.
Always have to look this up. Okay.
I like that my token says Sir Gareth, the Dauntless, and then you have Sir Gorthrin, who's apparently his nickname is Jim.
Jim. What is this? What's this J letter?
Jim.
Jim.
It's French.
Jim?
The Yim. So, for starters, make a note that you're all getting 100 glory for witnessing the coronation at the start.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. At this point, Arthur has been kind of faux coronated, pulling out Excalibur like 8 or 9 times. Like the joy of it is kind of rubbed off at this point a little bit for you all. Nice.
100 glory. Kitty, stop.
All right. You are definitely going to be near the salt.
Oh, Gorthrin.
The Earl needs you by his side, and the Earl's been below the salt. I think you're getting pulled down by the Earl right now. Gareth, the unnamed knight, is somehow escaped this, or somehow like you found a way to maneuver yourself away from the Earl, right?
I like the idea of like Rufus is like, my knights shall sit by me. And then someone's like, hey, Gareth. And Gareth's like, excuse me, my lord.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, that's exactly what I was saying. I mean, it could even be, I forgot your name, but your old flame from Raidachan now. Anirian.
Anirian,
It could be, like, it could be anyone. Like, it could be one of the other, like, 9 other knights that were with you, right? Like, the big names. It could be Brastius. It could be literally anybody around who would want to talk to you. But yeah, absolutely. You just ghost your liege, and what's he gonna do about it? You're the marshal. like you're not gonna. You know what I mean? Like you could actually flex on the guy, and he's been so annoying. And that's the worst part of it, though. And you know he hates it, because Gorthrin, this guy, will not stop talking about how much he hates Gareth right now, and how mean he is that he would betray him at his own birthday. You know what I mean? Like he's he's very venal.
This will be a learning experience for Gorthrin.
Yeah. Of course, my lord.
Yeah. God, I can't. What is this? Why are they water down these wines? Why is there no? I drink this so fast. More wine. You know? Yeah. So, anyways,
Lord needs more wine.
All right. I have a first announcement to make through this feast. Before you draw your cards, Arthur is a little wise about his current position, and he's aware of the criticisms levied against him. And so the Supreme Collegium offers him, like the first set of the dishes of these eels in the thick, spicy puree, right? And Arthur dismisses them and orders that these meals be given to the people outside first.
Oh.
Okay.
And everyone's like, what the hell? And yeah, and he uses this and he coats it in like some generous language, right? And you're not sure if this is a move from Arthur to kind of flex on the Supreme Collegium here, or is it him actually being thankful to the people who supported him this whole time? Or maybe he's smart enough to realize this is both. And that is a very cool thing, and that is what everyone is talking about this first round. So you'll get to wait, but yeah,
like he is combo multiplier.
Yeah.
Gareth is like looking down at the plate, which was supposed to have some delicious spicy eel, and instead has meat jelly as the first course.
Yep.
Herald Trick Emblem. Whose emblem is it?
Oh, it's got to be Arthur's, right? It's the High King emblem. So it's red, and it's got these like little golden filigree sheet kind of things for the crowns.
I was wondering if it was like
imagine like
a heraldic animal. That's what I was thinking, maybe.
Oh.
Yes.
It would be if that's the case, it would be a dragon.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like I feel like it's in honor of him being High King, and so therefore it's the colors of the High King for the rest of the feast. So I think and the meat jelly's already red, so it's like red with the gold. It feels like it's probably easier to make.
Yeah. All right. First round.
Cut to Merlin's producing like Top Chef or whatever in the kitchen. They're like sweating. They're like, I don't know if he's gonna like this meal. We had to grind up a lot of bones to make this jelly. We had chefs. You have 30 minutes.
Right.
30 minutes to make your bone jelly.
Dragon.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I don't know how our ovens are going to be. I don't know if we can get the jelly done in time. Sorry. Okay.
Hostess needs advice. I have to take the host card.
Oh, Arthur needs advice.
The hostess desires to speak with you about some problem involving another lady. Intrigue.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh. Okay. Hang on. That's interesting. So is this going to be? Oh, so my immediate thought was was going to be Arthur, but he's not technically the host. It would be the Collegium, but it could be also Arthur. How do you want to play this?
Problems involving another lady. Well, what notable ladies do we have here?
Like all of them.
Is Raidachan a node is not part of the collegium, right?
No. Well, Ryderton itself isn't, but I believe just how no, they're not.
Right. And the Countess of Ryderton is perhaps, maybe she feels that she is not seated as high as she should, despite the fact that, like, this is a fucking collegium feast.
Right. Oh no. It's because Tyrion's passed away, and so like they were treating her disrespectfully, right? Because they're like, oh well, you're just a widow, so like there's a lot of people, so we're just gonna kind of push you aside to let someone else sit here. Yo, totally. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Okay. And now the question is, I kind of want to invoke a passion because I want to give good advice here. Mm-hmm. But also, if I fuck it up,
this is the widow of Lord Satirius.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll Loyalty Lord.
This game
and like go all in with the advice.
Yeah, totally.
Because I don't want to embarrass Arthur at his first fucking feast.
So is this
just don't be intertwined.
Loyalty? You're calling it?
Yeah, Loyalty Lord.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't have to be that high. Okay.
Did not.
Okay, variance did not have to be that high, but okay. Yeah, okay.
But that gives me the +10.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can crit this one.
Right.
Fuck you, dice roller.
So
I'm very ungrateful though.
You needed a +10 to it, right?
That's with the +10.
So how'd you get a 9?
No. Because it adds to the threshold and the remainder rolls over. So I got a +4 to my roll.
And you ended up rolling a 5?
Yeah. So I rolled a 5.
Classic.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I passed. Whatever. Whatevs, bro. The hostess nods to your advice. What is Gareth's advice here? This is not, the advice is that this should not be a celebration, geared towards, what people have done, but what they can do for the High King. Statirius cannot do anything more, but his widow can. Don't snub the fucking widow.
Right. Snaps fingers, right? Let's make amends. My lady, please come with me. And Arthur will put his arm around her and hand in hand thing, and escorts her to. If your seat has been, if your seat has been taken, then please, there's space here above the salt, right? And like
Rufus is like, she could sit here. She could sit. I could.
We could switch. Fuck. My lord, maybe you didn't hear me, but like I said I was gonna be able to switch if you wanted to. You know what I mean? And like he's getting, and like Brassia's like, dude, all right, dude, you need to. Brassius definitely steps in and is a little bit of a bouncer here. We're like, Rufus, you back off, dude. It's like, who are you? Who are you to tell me, mercenary? And then like he just does that flex of the biceps, and he just stops talking. Right? Like Brassius is old, but like, dude, that guy's like, you know what I mean? Like Brassius.
Yeah.
All right, listen. To be an old knight, to be an old mercenary knight, and survive the anarchy period. He's old for a reason. You know what I mean? Like this dude knows how to fight, and so nobody talks about it, right?
People are like Sir Gareth for surviving this long. It's like, but I was not a mercenary knight. I had a home.
Yeah. Yeah. Brassius is definitely Arnold Schwarzenegger energy for sure. Awesome. All right, Gorthern.
Hey, all right, passes his chase. He's on his P's and Q's here.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. See if this does him any good. And here we go.
Got some goss.
Yeah.
Singing sensation.
A group of ladies asks you to sing a love song, which he's not particularly good at singing. Gossip. Ooh. All right. He might. Can
you resist?
Singing anyway, can he?
Can you
resist?
Resist the group of ladies.
Literally.
Just give us some hosier, Gorthrin. Just a little bit of hosier.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Who's your daddy? Sorry. I'm not. Right. All right.
Yeah.
There's this really popular song on the continent called Wonderwall.
Oh, okay, sure. He's gonna just belt it out.
Yeah.
Gossip, no. Singing, much better. He's gonna go with the singing.
Today was going to be the day they're going to give it back to thee. Do it.
Here we go.
So you're singing to the ladies.
He's gonna sing. Yeah. He's like, come on, it's a party, right? Everybody's having a good time. He's not afraid to make a bit of a fool of himself. And guess what?
Wow.
Wait a second. You're singing as a 2?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No fear. No fear. Oh my God. Oh my God.
His dancing and singing self with his 2s and 3s.
Oh my God.
You know what? It's like they wanted hosier, but you ended up giving them like.
Oh, that must be French.
He picked the one song he could sing. I've got one.
Yeah, you gave him Tom Waits, and it's like, oh, is singing any other kind of song, you'd sound terrible, but it's like, it works with your voice.
And her name was Alice.
Yeah, okay, so it's a passable performance. That's all right. I'll take it. I'll take the check. I'll take the one geniality. He didn't embarrass himself. I'm satisfied.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And soon, so will the ladies.
Yeah. They will earn checks. Yeah, and you've earned the adoration of a flock of females. As terrible as that sounded, I regret saying those words.
You sounded big Ferengi energy there, Eric.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was good. I thought alliteration would be good, and it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't. Don't do that. My bad. I profusely apologize. Okay, take your card.
Okay, I
feel ashamed.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm definitely below the salt right now.
Chastised.
All right. There is some murmuring again before you play your cards. Cutscene. It's okay. Arthur is informed that the guests from the north are here for his coronation as well. The people who have left, although they have not made their ways into the city yet, and in fact they come marching armed. And Arthur, in his good feelings and energy, provides additional meals and gifts to these folks. And so he orders some people and some food to be taken out that was given to him to bestow it out to these lords. If you remember, when Uther was king for one winter, you all received a little bit of gifts and things like that.
Yeah.
So he is reciprocating that. I'll tell you what your gifts are after the feast. I was going to tell you that, but just so you know, like this is he's also extending this out to these people who are latecomers.
Nice.
Yeah. Even his end. It's like he's like,
that's perfect.
Is the sign of a good king to give gifts even to his enemies, right? Or like he's feeling he's kind of riding kind of high right now.
They showed up like looking for a fight.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, they just came here to adore me. So here's some gifts.
That's perfect. That resolves which of these. Wait, where's the fourth one?
It's like why have enemies when you can make friends? And I will show my compassion. What are you looking for?
I have to reroll roll 20. There's a fourth card that's invisible and stuck in my hand.
Yeah. I don't know why the roll 20's Dom isn't like refreshing so often. I don't know. It's a thing.
I unless it's a host card, I'm probably not gonna pick it.
It's in your hand. Is it still cursed in your hand?
Yeah, I don't see it, but I
see it in your hand too, but that's fine. Okay. Just draw another one.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Okay.
You could just draw it out, but I'm gonna choose a time to share.
You don't want to meet the host?
Oh, fuck me.
Did Eric just say? Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, I have to meet the host because it is a host card. Yeah. Okay, that's less. I was looking forward to doing the time to share, which we haven't had since Erwin was alive, and it would be me throwing cards at Jim until Gorthrin explodes or something. I was looking for. I love that.
Oh my God.
But yeah, right. You're already having enough trouble. I'm gonna just send you more trouble. But fucking meeting the host, walking right by Rufus's table when I do so, that I can't pass that up.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm mechanically obliged to.
Hands are tied.
My best skill is sword.
Right.
So I'm gonna double check. I actually might be taught. No, it's sword 21. Nothing even comes close after that.
This makes perfect sense. So like this is the soldiers, right? This is the army coming out. So people are talking about, like what would he do? So yeah, like sword and battle would like make a lot of sense here if you wanted to go that way, not just like non-other skills. So yeah, and talk to the sword, like, so what do you, yeah.
I think I'm gonna
you've
like
defended your lands more than almost any. Yeah, like you've Gareth, I've trusted you for pretty much since I met you. I've heard many stories from the Countess here.
I don't know a lot about life. I know about swords, riding hard and fighting hard, that sort of thing. They call me Gareth the Dauntless because it seems very difficult for me to die. My best fighting has always been patient. I'm old now. My best friend's son is Gorthrin there, the one who looks like several tables. Yeah,
he's currently singing to the ladies. Yeah.
One who looks like one of the gargoyles come to life singing, wearing a pretty dress. It's Gorthrin.
Arthur laughs. Oh.
I'm not strong like him. Not fast either. But I'm patient. And in a sword fight, that'll do. You trust your shield enough. If you trust that you won't miss the opportunity before it slips by. Patience is one of the more valuable skills in a fight.
Patience.
Some who would argue against that. Most of them are dead.
When do you know if you waited too long? You've missed your shot.
Usually you don't. Your widow might figure it out, though.
No. Well, thanks again for introducing me to such wonderful company, Sir Gareth. The Countess has been
lord.
A delight.
Yeah. No, I don't get to say my lord. It's a king now.
My king,
Your grace.
Yes. Your grace. It feels good to say it.
Yeah. Last person I got to say that to was, I think, Ulfius, Dukes and above. Or get your grace.
Yep. Your grace. It's a nice...
Ounce get my lord. Awesome. Barons get nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Well, the feast will be interrupted for the third round. So go ahead and, Gorthrin, you're getting the last of the meals, as that's what people are saying here. They're saying that the next course has been delayed, and they're saying that apparently the gifts were not well received by the people outside. And now there's a lot of talking about like, what's going on?
Yeah. A refresh real quick, because Z is not zooming in for me.
Oh. Okay, well I got all you can eat, and I got stewardship. Sometimes they're talking about the management of their estates. Wow. Oh man. They're like, so the thing you need to do is make sure that your manor is classified as a REIT. So you're only getting 95% as your taxable income through income-based rent-based investments. The Earl can't touch that. They're just like talking about some financial bullshit.
Yeah, so okay, orate versus stewardship. That's
Yeah.
This is an interesting card. This is a win-win in mechanical terms. Yeah. You're getting a check anyway.
Yeah.
Assuming one of them wins, but yeah.
Right.
Because that's a 3 versus 5. For 5 versus 3 for me.
Never mind.
Yeah, do you want... Yeah, like currently you're spiking up the hatred of the peasants. That's the real trick.
Yeah.
You got to get your peasants to loathe you, dudes. That's the secret.
It's still in single digits.
Yeah, it's a trick to make the peasants hate you.
Right.
I'm actually using one of my peasants as a chair right now. Excuse me, lord, he's very fair. He's not even wearing his metal pants.
And I get to eat the scraps. I do.
Oh, all you can eat. A voracious knight challenges you to see who can eat the most. It's an imposed indulgence. If I fail and the knight wins, I have to depart the feast with a bellyache. If I win, gain 5 glory, and if I surpass my 1,000 glory threshold, I
You may
gain
increase your
size.
It would 5 glory. Oh no, it's in the next winter phase, so you get time. Yeah. How close are you to crossing that threshold?
Let's see, what's my
Oh my
total
god.
on this?
I would love for Gorthrin to get even fucking bigger.
3522. And currently, between witnessing the Excalibur drawn, the coronation feast, witnessing the coronation, that's 300 already.
Yep.
I don't know if we get a battle. If we get a battle, that would be easily push him over the 4K.
That's
I just like this one, period. I just like that somebody singles out this giant oafish, dandy.
Can I?
Well, yeah.
We have a family friend who met his wife, like 2 dates from eHarmony, and then they were gonna get married. But their first date was to a steakhouse, and afterwards, we're like, steakhouse, interesting choice. What'd you get? He was like, oh, I got like their 2-pound steak. We're like, oh, to split? He was like, no. And then we're like, what? And then he looks just deadpan and goes, I got the meat sweats.
Oh, no.
I got the meat sweats.
Gorthrin, if you impress these girls with your meat sweats, you've won the game.
And that's exactly what it is. Someone who's also obviously flocking to these women that you were wooing with your voice.
Is this the roast chicken and pheasant wings? The Duke's
wings?
Yeah.
You're literally you're having a Duke wings. Oh boy.
Duking it out.
You're duking it out over the Duke's wings.
Duking it out, yeah. This is a much more interesting card than stewardship versus
Are you gonna invoke a passion?
With its true geniality, Invoke
your love.
Yeah, all right,
I'm not doing this for me.
I'm doing this for you, Rufus.
The wings for my lord.
Right. I think I'm going to decline to invoke a passion. I've got indulgent 10. I think he's just riding high. It's a party. Right? We've had a party from London to Carline. Bards singing. Everybody's making merry. I think at this point, Gorthrin is thoroughly in the party mindset. And let's eat some chicken.
All right.
19.
You got to fight an indulgent of 19.
Indulgent knight.
Sir erstwhile the eater.
Right, yeah. Brom the Paunch over here is gonna...
Brom the Paunch.
Brom the Paunch.
Let's see if Gorthrin leaves it a bellyache.
Let's see what his name is. I'll roll an NPC name.
That's fair. This is a what's his name? The guy who played Gimli, something Reese.
John Rhys Davis.
John Rhys Davis, who's actually like 6'5" and a giant. I'm just imagining that dude being the one you're up against.
Kimrick name. Pedrog. You're against a Pedrog.
God, these fucking Pedrogs.
Pedrog the Paunch.
Pedrog the Paunch. I'm putting him in my fucking notes. Hello, Sir Pedrog.
All right.
What's up, my dude?
Give me that crit, Jim.
Are you fucking serious?
That's right. That's right. We can shape reality according to our will, and bend it however way that we want.
I don't even want to roll and ruin. That is incredible.
This is the second time I've asked you for a crit and you gave it to me.
I love it here.
He's called the shot. Gotta respect it. I think it was 17. The dude's going down. Yeah, there's that part where he's like he's neck and neck with you, but you're outpacing him by the end of it, right? Where he's struggling to get that last wing, right? He's getting that last wing. You have an audience.
It's about stomach space.
Yeah, it's about volume. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, yeah, you pointed out. You Mark McGuired it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dipping the chicken wings in his ale.
And they're clean, you know, like they're like dinosaur fossil clean, you know, like they are just there.
Sir Pendragon is like
breaking them open, sucking the marrow out of them.
Just
what kind of backwoods dandy can eat like this, dressed like that? And you just like with one pull, like some of the stitching on the side just releases, and you have more room.
Special alterations.
In Salisbury, we play for keeps. Someone rolls out a basketball hoop, you just dunk over him.
Oh my God, I love that. I love the fact that your French dub threads have like or buttons that you can release them so your punch can get out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Air out the digestive.
It is the new technology from the continent. Spandex. Elastic bands.
Yeah. They have
incredible.
They have the Norman word for juicy on the butt.
Oh, juicy in Welsh would have way too many consonants. All right.
Very good.
That's lovely. All right. What's even better here? Know what you need to do? You need to work this off.
Oh yeah.
And that's when we're told
gonna go fight on a field.
Yeah. And that's kind of you're going to be into a siege is what's going to happen. As the feast is suspended. As the gates to the city of Carline and like the bridge is like beginning to be guarded. You all kind of end up going outside and you can kind of see a view from at one point or another. Yeah, there is a host outside your gates at Carline. I will bring you all over to it. You're not out in the field yet, but you know, this is Carline. The bridge is through the river to the left of you, I guess. And yeah, there is an army waiting for you.
Oh God, Malahut, Lothian, yeah,
twice your size.
Yeah, all right.
And Arthur's like, let's just wait it out. They have to go home, right?
Patience.
And that's the first night goes by the siege. That's when they start seeing the outer buildings, the towns and stuff outside Carline start to burn, right? And Arthur's gets apprehensive here, and people begin to advise him, being like, they're trying to draw you out. You are, and that's kind of when you hear that the horns and such of the folk going, are you man of the people now? As they're like lighting things on fire.
Thank
you.
Yep.
Speaking of feasts, my wife made steak.
Get those meat sweats.
I got the meat sweats. Yeah. So
are
there's
the armed knights that showed up, are they still inside the city? Like, are they?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, your opposing force never went into the city.
Gotcha.
They are all hanging outside, and they're demanding that the boy king come out and play. Right? He wants to play king, then come be king, defend his lands. And he's like, no, let's just wait it out. They're just, they're just doing a tour de force here. They don't mean it.
Do we have reinforcements incoming?
No.
Like, is this... No, this is it.
This is it. This is all you got.
Yeah, because, I mean, we didn't show up with our full retinues.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's rough. This is rough.
Okay.
And this is why Arthur's like, we're not going to meet them. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to wait inside. But then Arthur sees the cities or the towns outside begin to burn.
Yeah. You gotta go out and meet them.
And that's when Arthur needs advice and counsel. So, let's talk about who's counseling him right now. It's not Duke Ulfius. That's for sure. I think Sir Brastius is telling him to stay inside, that this is, you're outnumbered. You're outnumbered, and we just basically like ate, right? We're meeting them in the field right now is not going to be a great idea. We're like in our dress uniforms, right? Like we don't even have everything ready. And they've been marching and they're ready to go. We need to wait. We're near the banks of a river. We're going to be okay, right? And that's when Arthur is getting a little antsy. What do you all want to do?
Same day, like the next day.
This is the next day, right? So like this is like the night of the feast. Is like that's so like the night of the feast when you ate all those wings, right? That's when you go outside and like that's when you kind of see them assembling and like you can see the parade, like their own battle camp, right? Like set up in the distance, and you can see like they're all set up like around. And then that's when Arthur declares to like, close the gates. We're in siege mode here at Carline. And people are like, well, are we just going to wait this out? And that's when, Arthur's up on the battlements looking out and seeing the countryside begin to burn, right? The one by one, the little towns and hamlets across this area of Escavalon begin to burn. And this is the first time he has to watch, the same people who greeted him, homes burn now, and he's waiting inside, and he hates it. Right?
God, can I roll maybe a battle check to get a kind of honest evaluation of chances for a head-to-head here?
Absolutely.
At this point, I have a little bit of background in the whole being outnumbered shtick.
It's kind of your forte.
Yeah. All right, I definitely get an idea.
Yeah, you absolutely do. So, these men are tired from marching. These people had to have only been quickly put together. Sorry, I guess let's let the dogs of war. These folks. That means King Lot went from London north, rallied all his bannermen, right, everyone else, and have marched down here, right. So your tactical assessment is that while there's a lot of them, they might not be in the best shape, right? They're probably expecting him to fold, right? They're betting that Arthur's going to fold. Can you take them? That might be the best option. Is to actually hit him hard, hit the bully hard in the face.
Yeah.
Roll the hard 6.
Yeah, I think Gareth is leaning on the experience of Alder's Gap here.
Mm-hmm.
When they marched on us, we marched back.
Mm-hmm.
And it roping back that conversation about patience. It's like it's timing is what we're really talking about.
Yeah.
He is bluffing. He is pretending that he has dictated when and where this fight is going to occur. But the truth is he isn't. Arthur, you determine where and when this fight occurs. And right now, I don't think Lot expects it to be here and now.
No.
I think he expects it in a couple days. I think he expects a delaying action while we send runners or something.
Right. So his men rest up.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of talk about, what does the king say? Like, what does he want? Like, what are we going to do? Right? And that's when, that's the king says, send out for runners. Use the river if we have to.
Here's what Gareth's gonna suggest.
Right. Arthur's convinced to stay in. So what do you do?
He's convinced to stay in?
Because Arthur's battle's like 7. Like he's a squire. Like he doesn't know anything about this. He just sees that we're outnumbered and this is dumb, so we're gonna stay inside and like we're gonna figure this out.
I'm gonna suggest to him.
They won't dare come in here with the Supreme Collegium, like they won't dare upset so many powerful people here. So that's what
I mean, Gareth's going to argue against it on the terms that he's outlined already. And he's going to outline for Arthur a plan that says slow roll the battle. Because the thing they need is all of their men to fucking rest. All right. I'm thinking back to there was a battle Alexander had where he kept marching troops out like he was gonna fight. And then as they'd come out and set up a battle line, he'd send his guys back. But he always kept it constant enough where most of his troops were resting, but the opponents always had to come out and like full on setup.
Yeah.
Because we have fewer guys, so we have fewer guys to set up. So he can't afford to just like sit and wait to see if we were actually showing for battle or if it's another fake out.
Wow.
And that'll keep him exhausted.
Arthur, I think the question would be whether or not you can get an ear to Arthur.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? Because he's being counseled by all the other great dukes and kings, right? Mm-hmm. Especially like even the king of Escavalon's here on his side, giving him counsel. The fence sitter that he is. He's like, I know these lands. Like, we can stock up here with the fish and stuff for the river. No one's taking this place. Just rest here, my lord. You're under my protection. Yeah. It's gonna be okay, right? And that's he's like, yeah, that's my gut. And so this isn't gonna be good, right?
Thinking about battles, not wars. Damn it.
Yep. Yeah. So you need to sneak in there and talk to Arthur at some point. How are you gonna do that? Or are you?
Gothrin. I need a distraction.
Or he points to the flaming villages outside. What's more than that? What a distraction, Gareth?
No, a distraction of Sebrastius, who's trying to cordon Arthur off from what else. I need to get through them. I don't exactly have the station to get by Brastius.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
Does Brastius have anyone that he's like fond of the opposite sex?
I'm sure he does. Let's see. Rolling. $130. Yep, it is Sir Mellery.
I think Gareth is going to suggest to Gorthrin that Gorthrin and Aeswin walk by Sir Brastius, talking in glowing terms about Gorthrin's new flame, Sir Mellery.
Yes.
Nothing salacious, but just like, I'm going to go meet her down in the garden to like talk about poetry or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fashion.
Just enough where Brastius is going to be tempted to like maybe just eavesdrop or make sure that Mallory's not getting Gorthrind, we just need to put the doubt in his mind enough where he's going to step away for the 5 minutes I need.
Yeah. All right.
Gareth is going to be like very clearly like, don't nothing salacious. I don't want Brastius to kick the shit out of you. Like, just we gotta walk the line here. Like, we want to inspire a little bit of concern, but not jealousy.
Certainly, I have.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Eye-catching,
like,
but not ostentatious.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, Sir. Yeah, Sir Mallory wants some of my advice on her dress. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that's an intrigue roll for sure. Of how well that comes off.
Subtle, yes, and
very subtle. Master of subtlety.
Master of subtlety, says, with the leftover wings from last night,
glistening in chicken grease.
The meat sweats are coming. So, dude, I don't know if I can. I'm Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Gorthrin can like slide down the hallway like he's got Heelys just from the chicken grease.
Trust me.
No one can believe you. No one can believe you ate so many chicken grease.
Leave it.
You've depopulated a small town's worth of chickens.
He brought all the chickens from Shoulderton. Brought them all. Fuck those peasants.
Love it.
We are spicy today. All right, I love it.
All right. Yeah.
Right, so there's an intrigue. Yeah, right. This is how good you are at convincing this delicate matter.
Yeah.
Mr. Brastius.
Mm-hmm. This could go anyway. The goal is to distract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, the question is not going to be like, can you not distract him? The question is how much heat do you take for doing it?
Yeah. Sure.
Right. That's certainly the most interesting question here.
I'm willing to take a hit to deceitful because I'm putting Gorthrin on the line right now. Like he's taking the fall if something goes wrong.
Gorthrin does not have a lot of guile between his honesty and intrigue. He's very much.
He's like the thing you're over.
Right. Yeah.
That's why it works.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. They find Brastius. They are walking around. Yeah. Aceone's there. Yeah. Right. I would have hoped for a fumble, but that's all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think Gorthrin just can't stop. There's no such thing as subtlety, right? So he won't. A comment would have been enough.
Yeah. So.
But as he's walking around, it's just too much.
Aceone, yeah. So Aceone like starts setting you up, right? Like the tea is set up, and you just come crashing at it.
Yeah. So I saw Sir Mallory out near the garden, Gorthrin.
Oh yes, Sir Mallory. She was curious about dresses as well as perhaps some other form and. Also, there was
are you sure it wasn't just dresses?
No, it was a dress, and then there was also the matter of other concern that she had mentioned as we were.
It doesn't have to be other concerns, Gorthrin.
But it was also another one. He's got too many ideas.
He's enthused about the actual dress.
You try to be subtle when you got the meat sweats.
Yeah, he's got.
It's like a 3-day hangover.
Yeah,
the 3
brain is too busy digesting.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, we're gonna deal with the fallout of Brastius to you in a little bit.
Sure.
Gareth, the coast is clear for you for the time being.
Yep. Gareth will limp in.
Brastius has Kill Bill sirens going off right now.
Yeah. Your Grace, I apologize for the intrusion, and I apologize for the impertinence of the situation.
He's talking to Merlin right now, no, it's okay.
And I apologize to Merlin, with whom I have not concluded some distant business and wrongs that I've done him, but for the moment, Your Grace, I believe it paramount that you not waste an opportunity that has arisen the disposition of King Lot's forces and the chance that you have to seize an unexpected victory.
You've come to me to provide me counsel, Sir Gareth, but my head is full of so many different thoughts right now. This is not the time.
Is exactly the time to find clarity, Your Grace. Patience is about clarity. There is a voice inside of you right now that knows what to do, clouded by fear, clouded by others' fear. You've held Excalibur. You drew it without a thought.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying to you, Arthur. It's like what Merlin's... Yeah.
Why do you doubt now? Do not doubt. Do not doubt when the energy of the men behind you will sweep away King Lot's exhausted forces if they are given the right motivation. Brastius wishes to keep many from you because they would only cloud you further, but I always have been arrogant enough to believe that what I say has value, so I say it now. Strike. Your inexperience here shall not hold you back, not with the counsel of those like Merlin.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell this boy. And Arthur's like, it's easier. I can fight my own battles, but to send someone else to die is just not.
Send someone to die is exactly why we're here. We've all signed up to die for you.
I didn't ask that of anyone.
You didn't need to, Your Grace. That is why we follow you. Because you have not asked, not with words, but by your deeds, by your demeanor, have proven yourself exactly worthy of the loyalty we offer freely.
If I call the banners to march tomorrow, you'll be there?
I shall. Near the front with the young men.
Good. Then I'll be there too. And slams hand on desk. Smash transition.
Gareth turns to leave and just runs into Brastius. He's just like, you're done here?
Yep. Like pick up crane. Like, here you go. And you're like, yep, here we go. Yeah. Brastius, excuse me, my lord. I was distracted for a moment. Won't happen again. Brastius is wiping chicken grease off of his fist. So, Gorthon, we were not going to roll for it. You got your head knocked in, but you're okay.
That's fine. Listen, it's not the first time this has happened to Gorthon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're a good sport about that.
Okay. Acewin's like slapped a cold steak on Gorthron's face.
Like, no, I don't want any more.
Yeah,
you know, with someone your size, Gorthron, I wasn't sure that you could be dribbled, but Brastius certainly put that to pay, didn't he?
I tell you, if there's one person I want laying me out, it would be a knight like Sir Brastius. He's quite renowned, and I consider it an honor to be laid low by such a venerable sword arm.
Well, do go on, Gorthron. I'll find the other people you admire and have them stove your head in next.
No, there's very few other people I admire.
Well, then we come to it.
Let's do it.
The Battle of Carline.
I'm super glad I argued us into a 2-1 fight.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be real bad.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to roll for Arthur's battle for the start?
I don't wanna.
Well,
but
here's the first thing that happens. You line up to meet them. Your knight's out front first. Arthur in the van, ready to do battle. The forces of King Lot are not prepared for an engagement. They don't believe that Arthur himself is actually meeting them in battle. laughters and gasps of shock can be heard from the other side of the field. And then that's when they begin to position for their charge, outnumbering you. But it's not as easy and difficult as it appears. Some knights break ranks, seeing Arthur willing to lead and die for his men, join your side.
Yeah! Oh. Johnny come lately, but we welcome it.
Yep. Will it be enough? But they all ride up towards Arthur, dropping their spears and lances and heralding to their king.
Fucking love it.
We were not here for your coronation, but accept our blood. Remember Ernie of Dunshire, who shed his blood for you today, my king. Like there's like that line of about 100 knights come by. Mm-hmm. All right, Arthur is outnumbered, but Arthur is aided by Merlin.
Yeah,
and he has Excalibur.
Weird Welshman, help us out.
Arthur,
some sweet magics.
Yeah. So Arthur is currently, he's wearing his armor. You all are wearing your new armor, by the way. This is that 12 armor goodness, that reinforced armor. Gone are those Roman inspired breastplates, right? You got some nice, like, not like, I wouldn't call brigadine. It's probably closer to like that's not scaled, the other one. I forget what it's called. Anyways, you all are going to be ready to rumble here. The deserted knights are giving you also a +3 to Arthur's roll here. Arthur's final battle score is 10.
Fuck me.
King Lot's battle is 25.
Okay. Jim, if I tell you to roll a crit.
I mean, I'll see what I can do. I don't know what I'm doing on my end when that happens. So
I think that's ideal.
All you got to do is trust
Heart of the cards.
Jesus.
Heart of the cards.
All right. Here goes.
Heart.
Rolling is 10 for Arthur.
Yep.
And I'm just rolling d20.
That's fair.
I think I just roll a d20 +5, and whatever it is what I get. Can't fail.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Yep, that's fair.
You win.
Wait, what?
You win. Wait, no, you failed. Oh, wait, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
failed,
yeah, you failed. I forgot. I thought it was 15. I thought you fucking critted it. That's why we're doing this. Okay, my bad. No, you're absolutely right.
No.
Okay.
We could. That could be the case.
No, it's not the case. Sorry.
Magic? No.
No magic.
No, it's not going to be flawless. This is going to be...
Yeah, this is going to suck. This is
going to
suck.
This is going to suck. But you either go down swinging or...
This is the first time I've been excited for suck in like an ideological sense. Before, it's all been like mitigation of shitty circumstances, but this is like we're fucking fighting for what we believe in. Right now, it's this pimply-faced 16-year-old who's super cool.
Untested. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. Excalibur to his side, spears ready for you. His marshal calls out for orders when to charge, and he's like, not yet. Hold. Lot's forces move. Hold. Sir, we need to go. Now. And it's too late. He held too long.
Yep. Garrus is like, I really shouldn't have leaned too hard on that patience thing.
Nope. All right, this is knights versus knights to put the stakes here into your hearts. This is not easy. This is it's not a desperate situation. You won't be 2-on-1 here against knights of your size, but calling on a passion for this charge is not out of the question.
Yeah. I think it's honor time, baby. I think it's we gotta do right.
Yeah,
do our duty. If he is being the emblematic king, we got to be the emblematic knights.
And so you march to war.
Success. Man, Roll20 is just fucking glitching out for me right now.
Yeah, it's like slowly.
It really is.
Honor. So this is a charge?
Yeah.
Lance versus Lance.
Lance versus Lance, they get +5 against you.
Okay. We get no bonus because Lance versus Lance cancels out the Lance bonus.
They won
get a
battles,
charge
they
bonus
get
of
bonus.
so they get
Yeah.
we get a +5. We get +15, but they get a +5 plus whatever they get.
Yep. Their default Lance is 18, so they're going 23. Each of you is up against 1.
Okay. I mean,
So we're
+15
gonna
bonus though. 10 for passion, 5 for charge. No, they get the charge bonus. We don't.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, +10.
So,
Got it.
all right. Colin, this is against you.
Fuck you.
You beat yours. Gorthrin, this one's against you. Beat yours.
Fuck you.
All right. Well, the tide of horse and metal meet.
Crunch.
Crunch. That's exactly the sound. You've all have done this before, and it's never pretty. It is that break. It is that shield hits spear, spear hits horse, horse hits person. You do what you can. Being this confined, this close to one another. But you two, your skill strikes true. You are a force to be reckoned with. No strangers to combat. All of you, having fought for your own land before, now fighting for a king for the first time. Roll your damage.
Hell yeah.
Now, do I have to
17.
use horse damage?
You have to use horse damage.
Fair.
That was a terrible roll on my part.
That is not a great roll at all.
I did 1 damage. No, I didn't do any damage because it's 6 plus the 12.
It's 18 now.
Fuck.
Your spear splintered.
There we go. There we go, Gore. Holy shit.
There you go. That's big money.
That's the big money. That's great. There's just more of you to lean into the lance.
Just so.
All right, they crit the horsemanship,
Yeah.
so they're still up. But that is not a good hit for them. That's a bad look. So that's a total of 18 minus 27. That's 9 damage taken.
Mm.
That's not the worst thing in the world.
No. That's. Are we in melee with them?
31 minus 9.
Odds mean we keep the lance if we want.
Yes.
I'm ditching mine for the sword.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure you're in that position yet.
Oh, okay.
So you all clashed first.
Mhm.
The next thing you have to do is your tactics. This would be Gareth.
Yeah. Yep. So I get no bonus because Arthur didn't succeed.
No.
Do I get any penalties? I don't think I do.
No, we have to test your battle skill against the unit intensity. The current intensity is 18.
Fuck.
That's not what you want to see.
No. Unless the honor still applies.
You either stand. All right. No, this would be a new round.
It would be a new round. Okay.
Yeah.
Wah.
Well, I mean, I pass because. Okay. So that means you lost.
Yeah.
You didn't fumble though.
No.
All right. That means unit intensity. So you are going to be attacked by 2 enemy units.
Okay.
So you, this makes perfect sense. So you all strike the first blow, right? And the line begins to break around you. But these are not Wessex knights. These are not mercenaries. They close ranks and redouble where they're hit.
They know how to do it.
And it is, Gareth, you're like, damn, right? If you, from an objective perspective, right? There's a level of that,
it's like, that's what I would have done.
Yep.
That's why I should have expected them to do what I would have done. Not dummies. King Lot's not an idiot.
So
he's just an asshole.
Yep. So you must stand fast against two forces. So you're fighting same knights again, only there's no charge bonus of them, but each of you are fighting 2 knights.
Okay. And this is not a charge, though?
No, not a charge.
Okay. Okay, so we do get sword.
Yeah. Swords
so
are
I get
drawn
to decide, how am I going to split this up?
You're fighting Malahut knights.
Yeah. Only Malahut knight. No, he was Merit knight. Never mind.
Arthur pulls back.
Okay, so we don't have our passion from the first round.
Nope.
Loyalty Lord? Loyalty Lord feels.
Yeah, I was considering that as well.
My lowest, but it seems most appropriate.
It's one of my highest, so... Yeah, I think Loyalty Lord, like... Before, it was like, I need to act the way a knight should act, but I think once we get into it, it's a more personal, like, I need to do right by Arthur. Like, this kid is counting on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck me.
Shit, man. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I'll refresh what happens in this case.
Automatically goes down.
Yep. Oh my god, dude.
I mean, it means I'm fucking off at the end of the battle, right?
Yep.
Maddened.
You are passionate at the end of this. But I think you're just melancholic for the first part of it.
Yeah, so I get the -5.
I believe the 6th edition rules have slightly different parts for passions, and that's where you're only getting a -10 for this.
Wait, what?
I thought the 6th edition rule changes that, like, for passions is that when you fumble a passion roll, it goes down by 1, but you're only considered melancholic for the purposes of the scene, where you're getting a -10, right?
I thought melancholic was -5. I don't remember whether it's 5 or 10.
Oh no, I think it's 5. It's definitely -5, and it's +10 if you win. I remember it being flipped. So that's you're right. So it's -5.
All right, -5. So I've got effectively a 16. I think this isn't Gareth losing faith in Arthur. I think this is Gareth being like, oh, I have to die for him.
Yeah.
I think it's Gareth having a moment where he wants to martyr himself, which is it's not a good look. It's not good. It's not actually.
No.
That's not loyalty to your lord.
Nope.
You don't want to die, and right now,
I think
Gareth
you feel,
is like,
yeah.
Gareth is like,
you feel responsible for this. Yeah.
Yeah, I did this. I gotta die. So with that in mind, I'm doing a full 16 against one opponent, 0 on the other.
All right.
What are you doing, Gorthern?
I was gonna call on my loyalty to my lord, and now I'm gonna close my eyes as I click that button because that's just how it's gonna be. Oh, it's a fail. Oh, he's disheartened.
-5.
My God, he's -5. Okay, so he's not
the worst time for the dice to turn against us like this.
But it makes perfect sense. This untested. It's been a party up until now, right? He drew this sword. Now the shit's gone down. We're back in the anarchy.
Yep, that's what it feels like.
All right. So he's -5. Once the state of the situation passes, he becomes melancholic. But for now, all right.
This one's against you, Colin.
Yep. So I succeeded at least, and I beat him. Eat it.
You beat 1.
I beat 1.
Second one. Pass.
Fuck.
All right. Jim, you haven't rolled for your. How are you splitting up your swords?
I don't want to go 10, I was going to say 10, 11, but it's not. It's 16.
Something to keep in mind is that you can declare full defense, which gives you +10 to your roll, but you don't do any damage if you pass.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I knew that was sort of one of the options. I don't know how it affected like the outcome of this round of the battle if you don't do any damage. But I think in this case, he's defensive. Like, someone's hitting us, we don't have time to like actually proper fight.
Yeah.
So that would bring his sword to 26. He'll do. Let's see.
Your sword's, you failed that thing. Your sword's not 26.
Well, if he's fighting defensive.
Oh, right. Yeah, if you fight defensively, it goes to 26.
Yeah,
you have 26 points to split between two people.
Yeah.
Yes, what do you do?
Didn't get through the armor, by the way. I barely got through armor with the shield. Like,
I'm gonna do 16-10.
my fucking noodle arms. If I don't crit, I don't do damage.
6 and 10?
Yeah, so the first one is. Let's see.
This is your first attack.
16.
14.
So that's hits.
So you get your armor. The second one against you also hits.
Oh,
Okay.
oh no.
All right. 5d6 against Colin. This is the first one where you get your armor against that. No, you passed that guy, right? You meet the first one?
Yeah, I failed to damage the first guy, but
right, because
I
you're
did beat
14 damage. And then the second one, so this is the damage you're taking, but you're getting armor against it.
Fuck you. Oh my god.
Shit.
Okay.
That's some here I stand rolling.
That is absolutely.
That's some taken Edinburgh rolling.
Yep, that is some taking Edinburgh rail. That's a deep cut. Thank you. I hate you. All right. All right. We go to the gym. Jim, you get your armor against one and no armor against the second one. So
Like
armor.
no armor at all, or it's just no shield?
No shield. No. Sorry, I said armor. I meant shield. Yeah,
So 18 and 12.
18
Yep.
and 12.
So here's the one against 18.
Nice.
Okay.
Eat it.
12.
Second one.
Okay.
Taking
so
6. Horsemanship.
This is also at -5.
Yes.
Maybe he falls off.
You fall off. An extra D6.
Dishorsed, unhorsed.
Take an additional 4 points of damage.
That ignores armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough.
All right.
10. Okay.
But it is a distinct wound, so
Yeah.
it doesn't push you to a major wound or anything.
No. But Mark, you did take this wound because you have to first aid this one separately.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are dismounted. So that would be 2 failures.
Is mine considered a failure?
It
It did hit the first guy. I don't even know how do you calculate that? You also failed to do damage to each other, yeah.
Yeah, I'm considering that you all didn't really do damage to it. I would consider it a draw at best, because
Yeah. It's certainly, I don't know. Like,
I would say they got the upper hand. They did damage to you. You didn't do any damage to them.
they didn't do damage to me.
But they did damage to Corthrin, so...
Oh, yeah.
So I would say that in one way we at least did. The Malahut Knights did better than you, which is why I think it's a loss.
Yeah, a single fail because Colin draws and Jim lost, yeah.
Yep. All right, see what happens. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are more enemies around you than friends. You know, you are all you've lost on this side of the flanks. You have lost sight of the rest of your forces.
Oof.
You are you're dug in here. So, new battle roll. Your intensity is up by 5, so I'm going to be rolling against 23 against you.
Yep, I'm rolling against a 13.
Yeah, this is your battle.
Okay, success.
Crit. Well, you have the choice. Do you want to stand fast?
Yeah, I guess. It's weird that the penalties of passion persist throughout the battle, but not the benefits of succeeding on the passion. The success on the passion is is one round.
One time thing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that. it seems weird that you're persistently melancholic, but also you only gain the benefit of the passions for 1 round.
Yeah.
Well, such is the risk of passions, I guess.
So here's the disheartened, because disheartened's a bit different than maddened, right? Once the situation is passed, they become melancholic, in which case he's sort of morose, begins weeping, wailing, that kind of thing. If disturbed by a man, fly into a violent rage, I would actually get like a +10 to whatever combat skill I use for D6 rounds.
You try to snap someone out of it.
Right, you try to snap someone out. But is the situation the battle as a whole, or this one phase of it?
I think it's this one round.
Okay.
All right. So they crit you, so then you're attacked again by 2 enemy units.
Okay.
So good luck.
Okay.
This is round 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Round 3. I'm gonna fight defensive here.
Yep.
Take the +10. -5 means I'm only at +5. So I'm at 26 total. I think 2 13s split evenly is a good thing.
Yeah.
So So
I would like to describe this fight is a brawl. The forces aren't even like disengaging from the men of foot here and like meeting you. Like this is just a scrum. Like you all like there is more than just the knight versus knight happening right now, right? It feels personal. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's maybe to describe the first round here, right? Like there's so much apprehension and nervousness around Arthur and like following him. And now, and it's almost like the kind of like Battle of Bull Runny, where like you're like, is this really are we really doing this? Like, are we, like we're fighting under a king, and like now by this point, like it's too late. You're in, and this is the part where like passions are kicking in for other people, and like this is the part where they're like, no, we are dying for you today.
All right.
If you could hear the other parts of the battle, though, people are screaming, Arthur, what are your orders? But
Knights
don't know.
of Salisbury continue to get whittled away.
Yep.
All right.
Good luck.
So the question then that I've got
2 attacks.
for Borthrin is he enraged? Like he's unhorsed, overcome with grief and this is supposed to be the moment that 24 hours ago they're in a chicken eating contest at the end of this party.
Yeah.
He's now unhorsed, attacked, overwhelmed, frustration, anger. Does he just go Hulk out? Does he then become inspired for this moment in the middle of this melee and attacks whoever is around him?
So you're not melancholic, right?
Yeah, I just failed. It's like he's disheartened, and then after the situation's passed,
you become melancholic.
Yeah. If
you're not.
He just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough to snap you out of it yet. I feel like something has to happen. No, I don't think you're just. I guess we're disagreeing on whether or not, if disturbed by a man, the knight will fly into a violent rage.
Yeah. Because if no one attacked him, he'd just sit there and with emotion. Right?
I will certainly give this to you. However, what I would say is, if you do this and you fly with a rage, you are not allowed to attack defensively.
Sure.
That's the opposite of rage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, he's not fighting defensively. He's just lashing out. He's probably not. He's probably just fighting. He's on foot. Right?
But the question. Okay. Well, are you ready? Are you ready though? Because when you are technically inspired by this rage, you basically do not know friend from foe.
Right. Yeah. Attacking whoever.
Good news. 2-to-1 chance that it is a foe.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. We are outnumbered.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. No, he's been unhorsed. He's disoriented.
Your ears are ringing.
His ears are ringing. He's gonna lash out at whoever.
Yep.
And we'll see what.
All right. Then roll a d3. On a 3, it's a Logos Knight.
One. God.
Okay. If Gorthrin kills Gareth, yeah.
Right. Or Ace.
All right. So we're at. All right. Let's do this. So you're doing defensively. You're rogue, Colin. You're the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't mind passing both, so I'm gonna be okay, I think.
First attack against you. Pass. Second attack. Pass. Right. So you're getting both these attacks at you. 5d6.
Yep. But I get my shield, so I should be okay. 18 for both.
1 damage.
1 damage. Nothing.
Nothing to the other.
Nothing.
So just 1 horseman test for me.
Yep. Oh, my horsemanship.
All right, Gorthrin for you.
Oh, fuck me.
All right, you're also
a d6 fallen.
Yep.
And it's being attacked, so twice.
I'm remembering why I stopped rolling passions in battle. It sucks. It's everything.
Yeah.
All right, Gorthrin.
It's so tempting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to do 20 and 11.
Okay. First one. This was against your 20. Oh wait, that should be a +5 to it because you're unhorsed. So it's a 10. All right, that doesn't matter. This one's +3, and you crit the second one.
Were you fighting defensively? No.
But I also crit you.
Okay. No, he's not fighting this one.
So we crit versus crit. So here's what happens. All right. So the first strike comes down. Levy your damage against the guy on horse.
Hell yeah.
Nice. All right. He stays on his horse. You slash at him. You're raging, like you're almost like whirlwinding, like you slam your sword into this guy, and like you hit more, like your body like runs into the horse. He like rears steps back, disoriented. You got him good in the leg, and his horse is messed up, but he stays in the saddle. And you turn around right to receive a blow. You bring up your sword to parry, and you just stay there as this guy's sword hits your sword, and both they just go out of your hands, and they fly out. You're both disarmed.
All right. I carry a mace with me for a reason.
Nice.
What's your mace skill right now?
17.
17. Okay.
Yeah, with the 10.
I think my knife is higher than that.
Okay, so let's cancel each other out.
Yep.
It's not.
This is a bona fide tie.
Tie's not bad, all things considered.
Could be worse, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I modified the battle rules for this one because again, you're not the leader, so like your intensity and stuff isn't going to change the battlefield.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just like weathering whatever Arthur's doing right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if anyone wanted to know, that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. They're everywhere. Okay. Right. So your knights. So you're fighting, and furthermore now the men of foot are involved. So you're not. I think you might have to roll 2v1. Still possibly. Depending on the actions here. Oh, we have to do our battle test here. But the fact is now that you have a chance of fighting against men of foot as well. Everyone is just bearing down on. Your other knights are screaming, "Where's Arthur? Where the fuck is everybody?" Right? We're getting fucking we're getting hammered over here. Like there's nothing else. Like you all are getting again. It's like you are the last ones on the battlefield, like getting surrounded. Right? You're like, what is the point of an army if you're all just alone? Right? You can kind of see. Last round you could see the knights of Escavalon. Like by your side as like the Malahut knights are like wedging them away, and you just like see each other as like the tide is like getting pushed between you two, right? You're lucky. Yeah. Currently what's keeping the Knights of Malahut from breaking your alliance is this men of foot with spears. All of your hope for Arthur is on these men right now, and no one knows where Arthur is.
Well.
All right. So let's do battle roll.
Fuck you.
All right now.
Okay.
All right now.
Gareth realizes like those men of foot are the rock. Let's be the hard place. And instead of trying to reconnect, tries to fold and squash them into the men of foot.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hammer.
Yep.
Which
plays into the Death Wish thing that Gareth is struggling with at the moment.
No, this is awesome. You not only will you squash these knights, but you will reunite your flank. Right? Mm-hmm. Right now you're split off from the rest of the army.
We're shortening our line of battle.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So you quickly turn, you pivot and push. See if you can break these knights. You're fighting 1-on-1.
1-1. Fuck yeah.
When you crit, you gain an opportunity, actually. So let me roll on the book of battle for that. So it's fair. You're all right with going a little bit late tonight, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like how it says page 59 or page 56. There we go. That's why. All right, Colin, roll a d20 for me.
Yes. 1, 2, 10.
10. All right. Yep. You have literally flanked an unprepared enemy. You get plus 10 to your melee weapon skills.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
So
immediate plus 10 to this.
That's
you're not on a horse. Yeah.
That's instead of the plus 5? Or in addition to the plus 5?
In addition. This is the opportunity that you get for a crit.
Okay, so that's net plus 10 for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to fight defensive this round. I think I'm going to risk it. You know?
Yeah.
One last ride.
Same with Gorthrin. Is there a horse around?
No.
Okay.
You have to go on foot.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. You haven't even seen your squire. Like that. The whole train behind you is gone. It's just knights around you.
Yeah. He's gonna throw his shield. He's two-handed as mace.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
He's gonna get hit with 7d6 damage.
My god. All right.
8d6.
Yes.
All right. This one's against you, Gareth. They fail.
Eat it.
This one's against you, Gorthrin. This one's got plus 5 because you're mounted, technically. They don't give a fuck. Oh my god, dude. You just crit with a mace?
Yeah. 16d6.
16d6?
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, you gotta roll first.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What the? Oh my god, dude. Dude. His chest just explodes. Like it just compresses. It crinkles like Sauron, you know? Like there's nothing left as you just unhorse this dude, right? And it just goes right into him perfectly. He stops midair as the horse keeps going, right? And you just drive him down off this horse.
You unhorse the horse from the ground.
Right.
Yeah, no, the horse goes down too, for sure. That is how hard you just swung. It is a thunder strike across the battlefield, right? Everyone...
Just gonna, scream as loud as he can.
Yeah, because you're absolutely enraged, right?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
With crit that's less than Gorthrin's usual damage.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh, you actually unhorsed him. Because he just fumbled his horsemanship test, Gareth.
I think I just like stab him in the leg, right? And he just like goes over the other side. Like I'm not about it, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So obviously you're gonna win this round. Those knights, yeah, they're breaking away, right? They're like, fuck this. So you broke these knights of Mount Hood.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Can you roll a d6 for me, Gorthrin? Because this is the amount of rounds you have the melancholy, or the rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is when you rally with the Knights of Escavalon, right? So this is the part where you have a chance to like get your horse again and your squires, right? You broke through their offensive.
Yeah.
There's a momentary lapse of like you all are both covered in mud and blood and shit, and it's and there's like good to see you, like you got out of that, right?
Yeah.
Like my God, like Salisbury, like Knights of Salisbury, come here, and they're fucking so happy to see you, and you are so happy to see them, and you know that it is an honor to fight side by side with you under a king once more, friends.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
Right, so that was 4. I get 2 more rounds then, because the second round is when he became discarded.
And that's when like the king of Escavalon's like, men of foot to me, right? As like as they block off your side for them, and they're ready for you for once more. If you want to, you can try to set up for a charge. That you've bought yourself space, right?
I think we need that charge
rather than pursuing the enemy here. Yeah, you have a chance to hold this.
Right,
so
'cause pursuing the enemy would be good if we were trying to like trying to drive
but you're having your
down is no benefit.
You just need to live right now, right? That's what you're doing, and you are just holding this line.
All right, battle roll. Here
everything.
we go, baby. All right, not a crit, but
all right, that's fine. You're not rolling against their normal battle folks anymore. You're rolling against a 15. You beat them. You get the charge. So,
fuck yeah.
You all set up. This is the moment when you see Arthur as well. The banners of red and gold are currently engaged with King Lot's forces one-on-one. You have no idea what's going on. Escavalon's like, you're ready, like, we're doing this for Arthur, right? Like, we will hold them off. We can't help Arthur now. All we can do is save ourselves here. He is fighting. So we can buy him time, right? And that's the charge here, right? So the king rallies you all to him, and he's like, on your go, dauntless.
For Arthur, the new Pendragon.
For Pendragon! And, and you, sully forward.
So the +5 for the charge negates my melancholy bonus.
Yeah.
Opposite bonus. Okay.
Just fucking
take
sick.
a hit. Only 2 ways I'm gonna do damage is from a lance or a crit.
Well, there you go. Gareth, you're in it.
Skippy-o, baby.
Okay. So
Fourth
all right.
Going.
God damn it, guys.
So we got charge is only if you're using a lance, right?
Yeah. You're using a lance.
I think he's still got his mace. I think like he might like find a horse, right? Like if he's still enraged, I see him as just like grabbing the first horse he sees.
Oh, are you not part? Are you not part of this?
He might not even.
Yeah, he's still enraged
at the same time, right? Like he might.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I'll honor that. Yeah, no, you didn't rally with everyone else. You're just literally fucking killing anyone who comes near you. There is just like a 6-foot circle around you of bodies like trying to crawl away from you, just absolutely crushed to death.
He gets on the horse that he knocks down.
Oh, yeah, right? Of course, because it's like trying to stand up. Yeah,
stand up. Yeah.
You're on a concussed horse, just like jittering around the battlefield, waving a fucking mace.
Just keeps going YOLO's on his own.
Yeah,
love it. You only YOLO once.
The Escavalon men afoot are like, to that guy, to him, because you have no banners. You're just covered in dude's blood as you're just holding this line against night after night right now.
Freaking Stonewall Gorthrin over here.
Yeah, they're like, so the men of the foot are absolutely like that guy, but also don't go near him.
That guy adjacent. He's a navigational sort of tool.
There's like fireball diameter distance that people are giving you space right now, right? Yeah.
So no bonus from the lance for the charge, but is he fighting someone on foot or is it another person on horse?
Roll a d2. On a 1 it's foot, 2 it's horse. Foot.
Nice. That's what you want.
Yeah. So you're gonna bowl through these dudes.
Yeah. So he's not two-handing it, but he just has his mace out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's good enough though.
Yep. I got a 7. Beats me.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
All right then.
So this. Just wait, and I'll get my other 23. Too bad.
It's 5 damage.
No, that's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it gets to footman. I think I don't have reinforcement.
Oh, footman, yeah.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be brutal to them. They only have 10. So they just they're fucking dead. All right, so you all are passing. We're not doing the complete gritty battle of it.
All right, he's got one more round of that before he.
Yeah. And speaking of that is when Arthur. There's a bright, radiant light coming off to your right. The battle stops for a moment. Oh, thank you. And that's when we all see it. Excalibur, unsheathed, drawing into the rays of the sun, from the high sun. Immediately inspiring all of Arthur's forces against King Lot's. Shining like a radiant dawn, literally a beacon of light is coming off of this sword. It is basically blinding the forces of Lot, who are raising their shields to hide their eyes from it. You are all inspired for Arthur.
So am I normal or am I inspired?
You're gaining.
Move me.
It inspires you for a battle roll, as they are blinded for this round.
Got it. Okay, so it's minus 5 plus 10.
Yeah.
To net plus.
Correct. So good luck. Battle roll.
I mean, battle roll plus 5. I feel pretty fucking comfortable here.
They fail. They failed though.
That's all right.
Gordon, this is your last round of just going full berserker mode.
Yeah, he's charging with abandon.
Yeah. All right.
Success. Do we get another charge, or is this just a favorable fight terms?
This is you're considered engaged from the last round. So when you win, you can choose to move to disengaged. You can attack. You can actually attack first too. You could also maybe even attack. You could attack with these Knights of Escavalon and continue your advance together.
I think that's the play. I don't think we want to go willingly take 2v1 here, but I think we do want to keep the pressure on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So what you're going to do now is you're going to you have your choices of Knights of Lothian, you have Knights of Malahut, and you have Malahut's Men of Foot. Which of those forces would you like to face?
Man, if we're going with big Gorthrin,
Men of Foot would
is a
put you in
opener.
Men of Foot would put you to Gorthrin. That's what Gorthrin's doing right now.
Yeah, we're gonna let's collect Gorthrin after this. So let's take the Man of Foot.
Right.
Plus, they'll be on foot. We'll get that bonus for being on horses. I think that's ideal.
Exactly. Okay. So you're not standing fast.
Still inspired for the sword check, or just the
just the battle roll. It was just
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back to
literally,
0.
Literally like Gandalf light on the 5th day, like blinding them, right?
Okay, so -5 Melancholy again, +5 for mounted bonus.
Check.
Eat it.
Okay. D20, 18. Oh no, these are the footmen. 15. 10. I lose. Gorthrin. I beat you.
Ooh. Beat me.
God damn it, Colin.
Are you sure your damage is in right? You're rolling like
Yes.
potato.
Yeah, I'm size 11, strength 15.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, I'm no
That's
longer...
actually kind of average. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just rolling like dog shit. I rolled a 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Gorthrin, damage to you. Horseman. Takes 1. Horsemanship.
Is the horsemanship count? It says. Let's see. Okay, it says what +10 to whatever combat skill he uses.
I'm not no. I don't think I'm not giving you. I'm not giving this to you. I'm not giving the +10 in rage through horsemanship.
It doesn't feel right for a horsemanship roll.
No,
those are like for a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, it's just straight roll.
Right, because then if we're using a strict wording, if you were enraged, you get a +10 to battle as well.
To battle, yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
Yeah. Weapon skills is one thing.
Right.
All right, so he stays up, takes 1 wound.
Mm-hmm. To your right, you see Arthur has pushed Lot's forces back. The middle is broken, and the horns of retreat are called. You've won the Battle of Carline today.
Not really thanks to us.
No.
We just managed not to fuck it up too bad.
The losses are not staggering this battle. Despite the ferocity of the fighting. Obviously you have claimed some for your own. But just as they've claimed some of yours. But this is the first test of this new armor and these forces, and it has worked.
Yeah, I'll say.
There are horses for you all. Each of you at the end of this battle will be gaining a charger, 2 rouncies, and 2 librum of goods, as well as 30 times 7, so that's 210, 410 glory for this battle.
Total 410. Don't forget the glory.
You're doubling as you want.
For critting. You get the checks as well.
Oh, yes. I have not even been counting that.
Yep. It's how much glory for a crit, or is it no, it's just a check for a crit.
Normally, no, I give you about 10 glory for each crit.
Okay. So 20. So
obvious, yeah. Jim, you should have definitely gotten. Jim definitely gets 25 for his.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, like that was like a thunder crack. You know what I mean? That was like a Thor's hammer level sound. That was heard across the battlefield.
Love it. So how much glory was that again? Sorry.
So that would be 410, and then plus 10 per crit, except for Gorthrin's, which was 25 for that one crit.
So 20. So
Gorthrin had 2 crits. He had a sword and that one mace.
30 it is.
So it's.
Oh yeah. Oh, the thing auto calculates glory now. Look at that. I just crossed into 10,000.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, 65 damage. Well.
Oh.
So after the battle, the rebel army, led by King Lot, retreats. Forces largely in strength, nearly full strength. Gareth.
Yeah.
And Gorthrin, we have to deal with this. I feel like Gorthrin, this is the part. I feel like there's a scene between you two as people are retreating, right? Where Gareth, do you feel almost ashamed that you survived? Like, what is it?
Gareth, I think.
But can you frame it in a way that's like Gorthrin's in
Gareth? Yeah, I think Gorthrin comes upon Gareth like leaning up against the walls of Carline. His sword, helmet, and shield like sprawled on the ground, and he's like leaning up against it, trembling, and just silently crying.
Gorthrin, you're also her.
Yeah. No, Gorthrin just like weeps openly at like the minute the battle breaks and the enemy turns and runs, and like a swing just hits air as the back of the enemy is shown. I think that rush of adrenaline completely drains out of him. He goes white.
The slump in your shoulders.
Yeah, Mace falls to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like bawling.
Mm-hmm. I saw your father, Gorthrin. I saw your father on the other side of the field. He's also afraid. I saw my father. I saw all of my dead friends, and I envied them. Gorthrin, I wished to join them. I wished nothing stronger. And I almost led this entire Esquile into death's embrace with me. I'm too old. Gorthrin, I am too old to be like this. Passioned by a young pup with the High King's title. Is he worth it? I don't know. I don't know. I can never know. I'm too close to death. It doesn't scare me anymore. Gareth's gonna go over and just like collapse a hug around Gorthrin, who I imagine is as tall as him while he's like sitting.
Yeah.
Like, Gorthrin himself is in a state of just sort of shock, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's like. I think that the passion that failed him was loyalty to his liege, right? Like for a second, I was like, "Oh, is he mad at Gareth?" Mm-hmm. Gareth sort of advocated for this and led them in battle, but I don't know that that's. I think it's more like. I don't. Day like today, I envy my father. He wouldn't have to live with the disappointment. Seeing his dream and having it turn to ash. I don't think this king is worth our loyalty or our life.
That's when I think Melangel like finds you all, right? Kind of exuberant, being like, "We fucking did it! Gorthrin! Gareth!" You know, and she is looking at you all like having this moment, like she's elated, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, "Come on, let's go! Arthur needs us. We're going with the king. We pursue them."
Oh God. Oh God. That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea.
What do you say to Melangel? Yeah. He's like,
going home.
"No, you're not. The Earl's mustering us. We're going with the king." I mean, she's ordering that like we're their squire or whatever, right? Like,
sure, yeah.
Like, and obviously she's there, but she's so excited that like the idea of like rank right now and stuff isn't really.
Yeah.
And what do you say to her?
If we are summoned, then we will be summoned, not by you.
It's gotten into you. Come on, it's a time to celebrate. It's late. We have dispatched that villain. And now we chase him down.
Gareth is going to limp up and like grab a fistful of tunic and be like, do not call the slaughter of a fleeing enemy celebration. Like, shove.
Yeah, and she like stumbles, right? And it's like, what is... And she doesn't finish her thought, right? She just has that look to you like, what the hell? Like, does themselves off and walks away from you, like around the corner and stuff, being like, what it...
Yeah. Weird Salisbury Nights.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think perhaps... I don't think there's anything that suggests that Gordler's not going to leave, but I do think they're going to have to make him, like, somebody's going to have to come over and physically, like, time to go.
Yeah,
just
like,
right. He's just like, move me, right? Like, I'm here right now.
Yeah, we've taken the field. I shall enjoy the field.
Yeah. No, 100%. That's when I think, the Earl's going to muster over some other folks and the Castellan to get you all moving. And he's like, well, listen, it's either this or you're going to the continent. So come on.
Gothan, I've been to the continent. Mount up.
Yeah. But covered in blood.
You want to be, if you like, unless you want, the train's also heading down south if you want to get on the ships and you had to go see King Ban and whatever these French fucks want. Arthur's not getting any help he can get. So if that's what you want, you're not. Look at you fucking sniveling draughts. We just won. What's wrong with you? Come on. So either get going that way or get geared up. Let's go.
Fuck. I don't know what. You know what?
I could use your style. I'm sure. Like he joking you to Gorthram.
You know what Gareth would do? Gareth would make Aeswin not join, and he would join. He'd say, "Okay, I'm going." But Aeswin, you're going back because it is clear that I cannot trust myself with myself, and both the heir of Winterborn Gunnet cannot die at the same time as the current lord.
So, do you say that? Do you tell the Earl that you're not going? You're like, I'm going home.
No. I'm sending Aeswin home.
Oh.
I'm saying, like, look, I've realized something about myself, and that's I have a death wish. I've decided it's my time to die. But that means you can't be on the same field of battle with me. Just can't. Yes. We both can't die.
The Earl's going to overrule you in this moment, being like, no, she stays. We need all the knights we can get. We're risking everything. You want to overrule your Earl?
I shall ride with you. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Do I give up?
You can have this, but you give up a point of honor. If you wanted to say no. I'm not saying I'm not like screwing you over by doing this, but like
no. I mean I will absolutely lose a point of honor. My other thought was like I'll ride with you as a knight, but you don't get me as a marshal anymore.
Yeah,
but
you could offer that. There was like nonsense. We need out. Arthur needs as many knights as we have. We single-handedly turned that battle. We held that line.
If you wish me as a marshal, then I shall need my assistant to return home for some scrolls I've left at Winterborn Gunnet. Aeswin, go. So I'll take the hit to honor.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, take 1 point of honor for openly questioning your Earl's motives.
Yep. Look, I know I'm right, but I still shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And the truth is that he needs you more than you need him. And you get away with it.
I want to ask where he was at the battle.
Right. So, no, good job. Well, we have more 510 to do, but this will conclude our session today. Great session. That was juicy. I know we went real late today. But
I'm back to 5d6 damage, by the way. With that, crossing to 10k. That did it, baby. Got another point of strength. Yeah.
All right. Look forward to another battle. This is a 2-battle year.
All right.
Double battle year.
Double battle year.
That means
reading this It looks like somebody's going to have to snap Gorthrin out of his melancholy. Because it lasts for a number of weeks equal to his passion, right?
Yeah.
Which is what, 19? 15.
This was his loyalty to Lord. 15 weeks.
Yeah. Same. I'm melancholic for 19 weeks.
Yep.
So that means
for this battle, this upcoming battle, absolutely, you're melancholic.
So that means that anytime he's disturbed by a man, he flies into a violent rage during that 15-week period. So
everyone leaves again, fireball distance around you.
Yeah.
No one, you just do what you want. And also, honestly, after you crack that dude open, no one, no one's
going there.
Yeah, no one cares, dude. You just took a sledgehammer to a can of San Marzano tomatoes. There's nothing. It's just brutal, dude.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, we'll have to cover it next. I'm curious if there's someone who might try to snap him out of it. But that's for next week.
We'll absolutely roleplay that for sure.
Yeah. Now he, after all this, he just stands up and looks down at the Earl, covered in blood.
Yeah. Hey. That's my that's my lord, Gorthrin. As you walk away, but he's too afraid to say that to your face and call you out for it.
He spits out a bunch of someone else's teeth and blood.
Yeah, dude. Man, Gorthrin is just this is a juxtaposition from the greasy chicken sweats from the start, right? And I think we would end I think I'll probably end the scene with with you walking over to kind of where Brastius men are and stuff, and we'll just see them cleaning themselves off and getting ready to go. Yeah, as the sun's kind of beginning to set over Carline.
Mm-hmm.
Good episode, everybody. 510's a heck of a year. This is a tough one, but it's a big year.
Winter Phase is gonna be a 19 size.
19 size. Oh,
and God, we're all gonna remember how you got that size from the chicken wings.
Right. All that shit. He ate that platter of chicken wings and then had that huge depression.
To be honest, that's how I've gone up a size in real life.
That tracks, right? That tracks.
Yes, he can get better. He can get bigger from the card. The feast card honors it. Yo, that was such a cool session today. Thanks for letting me go a little late tonight. I know.
No, that's worth it.
Yeah,
I am going to be complaining for the next week about the passion rules and how they accrete with battle.
Just a big sign on your character sheet: do not roll a passion in a battle.
Yeah,
except when you need it to fucking survive,
or just roll well. Yeah, but no. You can roll a passion to beat another passion. But
yeah, I could. That might be what happens next session, I think.
Yeah, you can try to snap yourself out of it.
I remember reading something like that.
But you can just try something. You just call on another one.
Oh, sure, right? Yeah.
So the other thing though is with the fumble, I don't know about you removing your character or not, and if you wanted to play Acewin instead. But since Acewin's going home, I guess it doesn't really make any sense. I feel like we'll deal with that problem later.
Yeah.
All right.
To be honest, it might be that I retire him after this campaign.
Yeah.
It might be that Gareth the Dauntless can no longer do this shit anymore.
Yeah. And that he just lives and Acewin takes over.
We'll see. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Wow, what a game today.
What a game.
What a game. What a match. All right. Well, that'll be it from the fields of Carline. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.